Hello, I'm Gareth Walker from the West Yorkshire Football Show. There was no Monday Roundtable show tonight due to various reasons of people being otherwise engaged and it being an international weekend and there not being too many games to discuss. But I just had a few thoughts running around my head about Bradford City, so I thought I'd do a little bit of an update for you. Just a little bit of a concern regarding City at the moment, really. I think we're one win in 8, and that win was against Everton under 21s in the Virtue Motors Trophy. We've last few games as well. We've struggled to score goals. I think we got one from a deflected shot from Neil Byrne against Stevenage, and then obviously we got the penalty against Burton. And then we had obviously a very good goal actually against Doncaster in the Virtue Motors Trophy last week, but yeah, it just feels like form's wobbling a little bit. Obviously, it's not too much of a concern because nobody really had huge expectations for us this season. I think we all thought that we'd stay up and we'd have been quite happy with like a mid-table finish. But given the start that we had to the season, and I mean, we're still in the top 2, so I think we're third now. I think Lincoln went above us at the weekend, but we're still in that automatic promotion hunt in this early stage of the season, definitely well ensconced in the playoff hunt. So it's not major drama, but obviously form has wobbled a little bit with us being one win in 8, and I just had a few thoughts as to why that might be. Is it a case that we've been found out? Obviously, at the start of the season, the high press was working great against teams that wanted to come and play football. You know, your Wickhams, your Huddersfields, who wanted to come and dominate the ball, and they couldn't cope with our high press. Luton as well, another team that couldn't cope with the high press, and we were taking teams apart, really. It is noticeable that teams are now coming to Valley Parade with a different approach. Definitely not wanting the time on the ball that they had, getting the ball forward quicker, probably not wanting the ball, which is obviously what we tend to be a team that's better without the ball and counter attack and hit teams on the break when we have the turnover from the high press, and teams are coming and kind of playing it as us at our own game a little bit. So could be a case that we've been found out. If we have, then we need to find a way around that. The other noticeable thing has been the kind of drop-off in intensity levels over the last few weeks. It was very noticeable in the sort of first 25 minutes against Lincoln. Players were off it, were scrappy, giving the ball away, sloppy and careless. And it was the same. We kind of got away with it against Lincoln because we recovered after the first 25 minutes. But it was the same against Burton in the last league game, and it lasted the whole of the first half. And obviously we got punished with those 2 goals at the end of the first half. Just a lack of intensity. That it's been a bit of a drop-off in recent weeks, like I say, and carelessness and sloppiness. First touch not there from some players, and definitely not sort of in the face of the opposition like we were a few weeks ago or at the start of the season. And then it was obviously the other way around against Doncaster. We were really good in the first half, and then the intensity dropped in the second, and Doncaster, being our bogey team, really took us apart in that second half, and we sort of threw away the 1-0 lead with, like I said, the drop-off in intensity that we had. So what are your thoughts, guys, on what's causing that? Is there a reason that we've dropped off in intensity? Is it a bit of complacency? Are the players tired? Do we need to do some more conditioning coaching? I know that Andy Kiwom, you kind of touched on that. He's got a background in that, and he touched on that after the Doncaster game, saying we need to see where the players are at regarding the fitness and conditioning and whether we can get them back up to the same levels that they were at the start of the season and a few weeks ago. So, yeah, for me, it's not too big a concern, but we do need to start getting the intensity levels back, picking up results. Obviously, again, 1 win in 8 is a worry, regardless of where you are in the league and regardless of the start that you had to the season and the expectations. So, yeah, I just wondered what people's thoughts were. Do people agree with me? Is there been a drop-off in intensity? Is that the reason? Have we been found out? Is that the reason? Or is there something else going on and that we're another reason that we've been unlucky in games? Is that why we're 1 win in 8? There's also obviously the issue regarding injuries. Obviously, we've had quite a few injuries of late. Pointon was out for a while. He's just come back into the team. Sarcevic has missed the last couple. Hopefully, he'll be back at the weekend. We've been rejigging the defence quite a lot. Obviously, personally, I'm not a big fan of Neil Byrne or Kieran Kelly, although Kieran Kelly did have a really good game at Stevenage, and it'd be good for me if we can get Aidan Baldwin and Curtis Tilt back in the side. Matthew Pennington had been out for a while, and he looked a little bit rusty in recent games, but hopefully he can rediscover his form from the start of the season. So yeah, maybe it's injuries, maybe it's the drop-off in intensity, maybe it's being found out a little bit, maybe it's just a bit of bad luck, or maybe it's a combination of all of those. What are people's thoughts? Hit me up with it, guys. Hopefully we can get back to winning ways with Baldwin and Sarcevic rumoured to be back for the weekend. Onwards and upwards with the West Yorkshire Football Show.